why don't we mourn Charlie Kirk? Because of the kind of person he was, okay? And we've spotlighted a lot of the things that he said that were horrendous, right? About how he instantly questions the qualifications of a pilot or a surgeon if they're black, because they're black. Because he said things like Ketanji Brown Jackson, the Supreme Court Justice, or member of Congress Sheila Jackson Lee, or former First Lady Michelle Obama. None of them had the brain computing power to get to where they were. They only got to where they were because they had to go take a white person's position. Things like that. And one of the things that has not been talked about a lot in the wake of what happened to Charlie and the spotlighting of all the horrible things he said are the things he said that were untrue when the Texas floods happened. If you remember, we had the Texas floods, and they were horrible, and they swept through children's camps, and there was a very high death toll. And one of the big reasons why there was no warning given, why there was no effort made, was because there were positions that were in place to specifically warn communities downriver that the people who were in those positions took Donald Trump's early retirement lest they be fired, and those positions were never refilled. We had a severe understaffing in this entire scenario. And then, of course, the rescue efforts were in the initial aftermath somewhat mangled and shit until they got their shit together. But in Charlie Kirk's world, that was all because of DEI. When it wasn't DEI at all. It was a lack of staffing, as a matter of fact.
Over 100 people that have died in Texas Hill Country. What you are not being told by the media anywhere is that the death toll likely would not have been as high if it wasn't for DEI.
A complete and utter fabrication. The death toll would not have been as high as it was had we had positions filled. Had we actually practiced a little DEI and, hired somebody, anybody, we might have had a chance to get the warning downriver. But you see, people like Charlie Kirk have to take a tragedy like that and turn around and figure out a way to blame it on people of color. Figure out a way to show you that people of color are not qualified to do these type of jobs, and the only reason that they get these type of jobs is because of initiatives like DEI, showing he has absolutely no fucking idea how DEI works. And for those of you who go, well, explain it to us now. DEI is you take a pool of qualified candidates. Everybody within this pool is already determined to be qualified to do the job. Now, instead of just continuously taking the white people, which has happened over the course of centuries in our species and generations within this country, we take the already qualified pool of people and we make sure that we represent as many different factions of society, as humanly possible. See, that's not what goes on in Charlie Kirk's mind, though. What did go on in Charlie Kirk's mind when it came to DEI. It had to be some type of racist overtone with him, always. DEI had no part in the Texas flooding disaster. A lack of staffing had a part in it,